Well, hello there. Today we are tackling the script for calorie counting. In my recent video, I showed you how my tracker works so that I can avoid procrastinating all the time because I really had a bad problem with that. I wanted to create a script for that to help me procrastinate less. And so I promised in that video as well that I would make a video about the calorie counting. So here we are. And it's really not that different. If you haven't watched that video, I suggest you do. It's really interesting. But if it's not, then that's okay. We're going to be tackling this one right now. So how it works is you have to remember that I'm running i3 here. So this is no ordinary Linux config. It's just i3, but it's not like GNOME or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot more customizable in my opinion. And in this case, I have a shortcut here in the config that runs a script called kcal, so calories, sh. And if I just show the functionality, it will prompt me with dmenu to enter a dish name. Now I did a custom fork of dmenu, so it's a little bugged whenever there is no entries here, predefined entries. So I should fix that, but yeah, it's good enough. Anyhow, let's say I enter a dish name, so I don't know, whatever. Let's say I took some cereal and then enter some calories, I don't know, whatever, like 400 calories. It then notifies me that it's logged and my daily intake increases by that amount. So how does this work? I honestly didn't spend much time on it, but let me just show you, because it's really similar to the tracker, but okay, anyway. So we take the date because we're going to be logging this information somewhere, and in fact it's being logged right here. Daily intake. I tried to do it for a couple of days to see if it works, and it's honestly solid. It just works amazingly, and it's stored in the CSV format, so I could just do CSV and then the name of the file to view the file, or just directly open it in Vim or a text editor. But yeah, so here we have a location variable. This is the location of the file that we're going to be writing the calorie log into, and it will be dependent on the date. So as you can see, with documents kcal, every file is named according to the day it was created. So yeah, then we prompt for a dish name. We'll use dmenu again, enter dish name, and yeah, once we do that, if it's empty, just exit, and then also query for the dish calories. So how much calories was that dish? I got the idea that I could maybe create a few presets like I did for my activities, like so that I would have, you know, a few presets. Like maybe I took some cereal, and I usually take cereal with 400 calories, for example, and I would just have it set right there, so I wouldn't have to input it manually. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, I will do that someday. But yeah, it's not really that necessary. So yeah, we query for the dish name with the dmenu, then we query for the calories. That's all we need. We just need a separator, and that's what we send to the log file. We just say first the dish name, then the separator, and then the dish calories. I use the separator as a pipe here. I could have used just a comma separated file format, so a comma instead of a pipe, but I reckon a pipe is less frequent, and I usually don't put pipes in the menu, especially for dish names or whatever, but commas I do usually, and I was afraid that I would fuck up with awk, because I usually use awk for just manipulating those kinds of files. So awk has some problems when the actual fields contain the separator itself. So yeah, But okay, anyhow, we send it into the location and then just notify send that the calorie dish name with this much calories was logged. So now you might be asking, how on the earth did you manage to do this? That it would, you know, sum up the whole thing. Well, it's just config i3 blocks. I don't use the standard i3 status bar. I use the i3 blocks, which is in this case a lot more customizable. And particularly for this case, because I can just make an interactive thing that will run a command and display the result of that command over here. And the interval, I can set the interval every second, refresh the thing, and then maybe change the color. So if I do, for example, I don't know what this will do, but sure. Okay, it's bluish purple. But yeah, you get the idea. Anyhow, I liked it pink. I don't know why, it just stands out, so I can clearly see how many calories I eat every day. And yeah. So how it works is basically it cats the calorie file of today, and then it uses awk with the separator pipe, and it will add the second field to a variable sum. So over every line, this sum variable will collect all of the calories that are stored on the second line, I mean on the second field, and by the end it will print C calories and then the sum of the calories that we added together. But if it turns out that the file doesn't yet exist, maybe we haven't logged anything, so the result of sum will be 0 or non-existent, even because there will be this won't even run. The variable will not be even defined. I guess we can just say 0. So this is a question mark expression, question mark operator, which says if sum exists, print sum, else print the default value, which is 0, and then postfix it with the ksal. So we have calories 2370 calories and so on. So that's how it works. I guess I could even do, even if I wanted to go even further, I could, for example, make the color change if I reach a critical point. Maybe I eat it way too much, and I don't know, let's say a limit would be, I don't know, 3000 or 3200 calories. So I would put some logic in there so that whenever it would be higher or equal to that amount, the color would change to red, or if it was too low, it would also be red, or if it was in the middle, it would be yellow. I don't know. But I just wanted to keep it simple, so in this case it just shows it like this, and yeah, that's exactly what I needed. So if you have noticed, by the way, I use screen key now. I was told that it would help with deciphering what I'm actually doing on the video, because some of the shortcuts maybe do not do anything on the screen itself, so it would be more apparent what I'm doing, I guess. But honestly, I find it quite distracting, so I don't know how I will get used to this. Maybe make it smaller, I don't know. Definitely decrease the amount of those things, because yeah, this is not looking pretty. But anyway, that was all.